An MPL, well, he's been tasked with lobbing a smoke out late from spawn here. Bit Perfecto and Electronic towards B lane. Simple late out the mid with the P250, and away we go.
Usually A splits. Sometimes we do this. Probably gonna smoke CT.
Oh, definitely. Now, Donut open for business. It's that simple P250, and Carrigan just trying to chip away. The nade could be destined for glory, but he's whiffed it. And Bit puts him down, bends him over. It's all too easy as NaVi already sail into that A site. The bomb to plant. And just Brokey and Rain trying to claw their way back in. Shouldn't be anything to be said about this one now. The time ticking and just jump spotting for info on main. You'd need to hit a couple of crackers, Brokey. Had a nice clutch the other day. Just cheeky 1v4. But it's not going to be happening this time. Perfecto wraps it all up, ties a bow on it, and calls it a pistol-wound win. And with only one casualty.
Yeah, coming into this, Gideon, who do you have posted as the favorite here?
In my eyes, FaZe Clan.
Okay.
Not much of a doubt, to be honest. I think that NaVi is looking better than at the recent tournament in Kato, but looking like at the good old Electronic, Simple, and Bit doing their things. And when they are on that trio, anything can happen. You can never feel safe against them. With that being said, FaZe, this is their time. This is the chance now. If they miss out on more opportunities for the Grand Slam, I think it's starting to haunt their mentality a bit.
Definitely. Brokey, though. Brokey, Rops, Twists. You know, the three are there, and you've got Rain and Carrigan having their moments in the spotlight as well. Does seem to be the magic number. We saw, of course, Cloud9 with all three of their stars online.
How far does Electronic go here? No one's spotting this walkout.
Making me nervous.
Yeah, no one was watching that at all. I think they're expecting util before they make that play, and Electronic wreaking havoc, grabs two, gonna get the third here with the trade from Bit, and that should be it. Twist and Robs to save. I think that setup there, you're expecting some util from NaVi before a player just walks out cave dry, right? How many people usually just walk out cave dry?
It is super risky. I think, like, when we are preparing, for example, for a team like NaVi, you know that Electronic is the playmaker of the team. He is the guy who will sneak through the smoke, who will make the crazy information play and stuff like this. Not to the Apex Nafani levels, but he has his moments. And you see here, this is a risk, a calculated one, but we could also be sitting here, him getting one deked, going in without utility and saying, what is this man doing?
Yeah, very much so here. Do you think that now that he is the in-game leader, obviously in lieu of bumych, we know how that whole situation unfolded, that this does suit the way that Electronic approaches the game anyway, especially in the current in-game leader meta, unless you're an AWPer like yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think if in our team, we call it the in-game leader syndrome, kind of making those kind of things, you know, like, you know it yourself. As an in-game leader, you always feel like you have to get that extra piece of information and stuff, the extra jiggle, the extra...
And you don't want to send your soldiers to go and get that information. You'd rather it be done by your hand.
Yeah, it's also like you feel like you can do it better in a way, or you can get away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Especially when it's understanding the gaps, right?
Yeah.
Because
patient, he is still calm, and it pays off.
Yeah, huge actually, considering we get to see now the full guns are out. All silences for FaZe. No one on the big M4 on Ancient. Simple puts his name in the feed early and cuts Carrigan down to size. No rebuttal from Rain as he doesn't have it clear. Okay, Electronic did not expect Rain to continue to force the issue, but now already friction in Red Room. Bit has taken down the mid defender, and now they can go anywhere they want. The luxury of having a player like Bit already burrowed in Red Room really screws the pooch for FaZe.
But this doesn't look great for them, right? Because there's still two players on A that we can see. It's Robs and Twist. Twist will have to worry about Red, sure, but Rain, as he goes looking, if he can find the timing here, he might be able to... Nope, never mind. No timing. Simple's AWP stops him in his tracks, and well, now it's about the finish for NaVi, and I noticed this a lot yesterday in your match against them. They were just doing a lot of default and a lot of wait, right, to see you guys making these plays. And it feels like in a round like this, when they had the number advantage, they did the exact same thing. Just sit back, spread across the map, wait for the pushes, and profit.
That is their style, slow and methodical. And then once in a while, they throw in the change of pace. If you look at our Anubis game against them, you'll see as CT, we were excellent at saving utility. We made aggressive plays, for sure, because you can't just sit back every round and wait. But the rounds where we did wait, we let them throw their baseline utility on middle and window because we knew they were not going to use it. They were going to wait out, wait for the reaction, and it just didn't happen. This is, though, looking like another round for NaVi. Two guys entering the B side, and FaZe is left with a stack.
Well, this would be a good time here. We had this similar discussion with Hooksy about maps and scores on certain maps. And I know a lot of this particular to matchups, or maybe one team is a bit more proficient at this than others. But a map like Ancient, first and foremost, it's had changes which have been in here for enough time now. How do you feel about the newer iteration of Ancient? Oh, okay. Not a glowing review immediately.
I mean, it's not bad, but I think that it's just... Before it was maybe too easy for the CTs to take control, and now it's potentially a little bit too difficult.
Okay.
I would say, you know, moving the spawn back was a radical move. I'd say you can move it back, but maybe half the distance.
Sure.
Because I think right now, like, the options of, like, you come middle and you just instantly smoked off. You cannot line shizzle up.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're behind the smoke, you can molly, panic, go out, you'll meet them before even entering donut. I think, you know, it's interesting dynamic. It's a change of like being on the back foot a bit of CT, which is also here, not even jump spotting the window for middle information. Now a smoke comes up, I would come up, maybe spam a little bit, spam a little, give potentially some free damage, you know, but maybe he's expecting someone to be in front of it because he is very, very passive right now.
I think Bit scared him. I think that frag just in the previous round has got under his skin, got in his head.
I think it was key that was Bit who did that on his own. Right? Bit's been criticized in recent time for not making those type of heads-up plays or decisions. So the fact that he made that maneuver, and well, speaking of maneuvers, check this out from Electronic. He is all the way up in the blind spot right now.
Yeah, Karrakin could get another awkward death at the hands of Electronic. Does get traded, but still takes Brokey out of the round. And they're walking away. It's held by Ropsy. Does not have a good sight line. Now the smokes are up, the mollies are in. And the shot's been missed. The whole Na'Vi squad escorting the bomb into A, and they've got 30 seconds just to get it down.
Simple just needs to pin this angle now, and this retake is looking super difficult. They have one molly, no smoke. This should be a Na'Vi round.
Yeah, FaZe would have to hit some stunning shots. The individuals from Karrakin chipping away at Perfecto. It's Twists, which will finish. Rain puts him down, though, and Rops in a 1v1. He actually takes down Simple. And is he going to expect another in main? He does have a kit, but he'd have to do a hard clear on Bit.
This is so ice cold. He doesn't buy the bait at all in the first tap.
Oh,
now
God. Now he's timed it. Bit!
Oh!
Calculate!
Between two of the biggest teams in Counter-Strike.
And it's always those little details. You know, the statement of intent and the good spray. Electronic nearly gets 2 for the price of 1. Completely unconfirmed onto the second, but aggression met by force. Perfecto handles Karrakin's walk, and it is just a conservative half buy from FaZe. Want to save their pennies, get Brokey on that AWP, and start posting rounds. Because right now, like Chad said, I actually think it's a really worthwhile observation that Na'Vi are smiling. They seem joyous. They don't seem like they are, you know, molding before the game had even started.
It's quite nice when you're about to be 6-0 up, isn't it? And the other team's only managed 9 kills in the first 5. Well, I guess we can call this the 6th round. They're yet to get a kill here. They only have 9 frags to their name, so that's where the damage is really going to have to start piping into things. And it's interesting to see because the Brokey AWP has to come out.
He's doing it again. The solo Electronic adventure, maybe.
He is taking like an awful lot of plays on his own, right? Electronic in the past, when he wasn't in-game leading, he would always be like in the smokes and flash through with pounces on Inferno, and he'd make a lot of the moves here, but he would always have somebody else to potentially do it if he didn't want to, which was bumыч just running in like a madman. Now it feels like Electronic is tasked with an awful lot of it, and if he can continue to find the gaps and punish them like this, he's slimy right now. He's slippery, hard to get his hands on.
Cough button?
That's the cough button.
Yeah, that's the one. And if you want to talk to the producer and say, why did you miss that kill? You can press that one right there.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. This is a good start. There's no denying that at all. I think that FaZe has been throwing in some aggression. It's been punished. They've been sitting back and waiting. It's been punished. So it's not like they haven't tried different approaches. Maybe they need to change the places they're being aggressive or the timings of it. It's been a little bit either we directly run down, we smoke the doors at B and just force it instantly, or we've been standing all the way back and had no information.
And then they've been worming in and getting those gaps.
But in the flowchart we have right now, doesn't it seem like FaZe have to go for an aggro mid so at least they have some territory? But by doing that, they're either going to leave A weak because you're going to gamble your A player mid to help fortify it, or you're going to leave B ramp weak because you're going to have someone in cave to make sure they can't just cross top.
Always give the information that it's covered until the smoke is up.
Very
he does what I said
well.
I wanted him to do before. A little bit of spamming. This angle, very hard to do anything about.
Has to be an ace play here, considering the time.
Karrakin,
one guy crushed, he didn't see it.
Now it's great. They might just respect that. Coming through. Karrakin lays down the law. 2 with the M4. Simple will start to get into the site. They've got 30 seconds here and the smokes are up. Twist desperately spamming, but the bomb will be planted. Simple gets it down. Nice shot back. Brokey coming in from Temple. Takes out MPL, but it's Perfecto around the big box. Should have an opportunity for a couple here. Good timing, good angle. Better spray, a double kill from Perfecto. Simple should just be able to put this one in, if not before Perfecto to take that contact. There is time for Rain to crawl around and close the gap. He's got a good idea. Gets nothing. Nothing. Triple kill out of Perfecto, getting a lot of good and dirty work done for NaVi.
If we can, I would love to see the reason why Raps didn't get anything on the deep A-lane peak there.
Yeah, he died to MPL almost for free. So I guess he felt... Did he look away? What was the pressure like in that scenario?
Kerrigan did more than he should.
Be good for one, right?
Yeah, Kerrigan did more than he should.
Oh.
We come in a little bit late. He's probably missed the first shot. Anyhow, Perfecto. We talk a lot about the trio, the fracking trio. But this man is very objects. He's always very good at that.
Feels like he's had to evolve a little bit as well with the addition of MPL. He's a bit more of a versatile player. Electronic again and just laser beaming players through smoke, but it'll be simple to take him down. And Perfecto knows the fight's coming, but Kerrigan again, and 2 HP, don't worry, into the hands of Electronic. It is going to be a 4-on-3.
That just feels like they can get nothing for free. Everything feels labored for FaZe. And you're watching that death from Twist's perspective. Again, you go anywhere near a smoke, you're getting sprayed at, and even Simple hits an AWP shot straight through the smoke on your retreat. So yeah, feeling quite helpless is the Canadian. 2 kills to his name, and very solid advantage for NaVi. This is where they can slow things down. This is always funny to see the conversation between players within the server here. Perfecto's going, lol, how you not burn? And Kerrigan's like, haha, was in front like maniac. And Perfecto said, source 1, ... They're going to be saying that more and more, I would imagine. Well, this is already the half one, right? This is blowing me away a little bit. The fact that we're already 8 rounds deep and NaVi have had really no resistance.
I mean, you can look at our game yesterday against NaVi. You can question us bringing in Anubis. Was it risky? Was it a chance? Right now, I can just full JDM style, back in the chair, say this is the reason why we banned Ancient first.
Yeah.
But they're looking good, aren't they? They're looking really good so far. Anything that they get from this point on is icing on the cake. Like, the half is already done for NaVi. Sure, the only negative side, if you lose the next 7 in a row, you're going to feel really sour going into the tournament break.
Exactly.
But that's about it.
That's a big thing, you know. Let's say you start 0-0, you tell NaVi you can get 8-9 rounds of T. They'll buy it. But they're not going to buy leaving this half now with 8, you know? For sure not. They're going to be pushing. They're going to be keep doing their thing. Because like you said, the momentum switch can mean everything. If FaZe gets going, you know, gets 5-6 of the last rounds here, a pistol round, the pressure is just at a different level in the end.
So NaVi's stomach is full, but their eyes are still wide open, wanting to eat a bit more dessert.
You could extinguish it as a T, and the AWP would still have the gap line for... I don't know what you call that copy in...
Cutout. We have,
we call it MSL, and there's no reason for it. We just saw him in the FaZe game play that a lot in the beginning of Ancient, and we just called it MSL.
MSL. So I like that, because MSL lives on in the heroic teams.
I mean, we try to maintain the Danish legends. Also, there's this spot on B, it's called Barry.
Okay.
We also have, like, Tess, for example, that's below the boxes here on the window.
All right.
I mean, there's some names I use on every map. So it's like Tess, Neo, and then people can be like, yeah, but Marklov was also a legend, and all these names, but... The 3 letters, you know,
short,
Neo,
succinct.
Taz, it's
so
quickening the communication, and so is NaVi quickening this A-hit.
Let's see. Brokey, so blind. This is just flawless from NaVi. Did you see what he had to work with there? Flames, flash, smokes don't seem to be a problem for NPL either. Who are these men? NaVi.
It has to be a save. How are you meant to risk this?
Did he not revert to the old Counter-Strike version? Someone naded the donut and he just peeked?
Yeah, they naded the smoke.
Yeah,
that must have been it.
Yeah,
right.
He had full vision, didn't he? This is getting... Well, no, it is out of control. I'm not saying it's getting out of control. We're out of control right now. We're in a completely different orbit than we're expecting to find ourselves in here today. I was expecting a barn burner, a banger. The last time these two teams met was the grand final of Cologne, right?
5 maps, Chad.
Yeah.
Full 5 maps.
The one that went the distance.
Yeah, and that Ancient went to overtime in that one. That was IEM Cologne, but also that was Cologne. You know, that was last year,
that's
July.
a long time ago.
Kind of crazy, really, when you think about it.
You know what is wild about NaVi's run so far? You think about the scalps they've taken. Well, hurrah, you guys have won a trophy in recent history. Outsiders, they won the last major, right? So
nice one.
They're taking down some...
It's the trophy tour.
Exactly.
Next they take down FaZe. And,
right. But FaZe haven't won a trophy in some time. Their last one was Cologne, really.
Yeah, they are changing the pace. This is a quick B execute. Distinguishing the molly. Securing the second. Oh, they're coming.
Bang.
They're coming.
Too easy.
Yeah, too easy.
Carrigan down on the rotation through, panicking, flustered, and punished. And now, well, Navi, you've got that man advantage. Is this where, you know, for Electronic, he will maybe slow things down, change the call, or regroup his forces?
It seems like they're at least just chipping in for more map control. They're not just reacting off that one kill, accelerating, playing the time, waiting for the next move of FaZe Clan. Are they gonna search for the information? This is the obvious, obvious thing to do as a CT when you're a man down. You feel like if you just stand 2 versus 5 on both sides, you're doomed. But we're playing in a situation as well where Navi is very calm. So if you're just sneaking around, trying to get information, you might get punished too. This is something I haven't seen before. A little bit of a tower here. They don't have any grenades, basically. So they need the fights.
They essentially are hoping for a double swing where they both hit the shot.
MPL could smoke this off. He's lining something up right now.
Although it's simple. Oh, and he takes down the base layer.
He also hit Brokey or what? How is that even possible with one option?
I don't know. We're going to have to check that one again.
How is that possible?
But this
they
is
are
ridiculous.
on top of each other.
With one bullet.
He was crouching, I guess, so maybe like through the foot and the head.
And head?
I don't know. I'm
they are on a
not
different
sure.
level. They are on a different level right now.
Simple's bullets splitting in half. And this one is truly alarming for FaZe.
Yeah, none of the individuals on FaZe are fragging.
No, none of them feel like they can play the game.
It's bleak right now. We've got 4 kills on Carrigan, 4 on Twist, 3 on Rain, 3 on Rops, and 2 on Brokey. That's it.
I mean, Twist is dead before the end of this round. It's just, yep, waiting for that one.
And Rops might be too.
Yeah.
He's having to smoke himself off defensively. They're hunting him, they're chasing him, they know exactly where he is.
This is horrible. He's not even trying to win the round. He just wants to live. Let the man live. They know it will take everything away from FaZe.
Side Ancient. This is wild.
And also, Kate, that nugget you dropped just before we went live is just, I can't stop thinking about it now. The fact that we've never seen Navi pick Ancient, it's always picked against them.
Yeah.
And
this
now,
is something.
There's a little something to talk about. 2 in the feed from FaZe. Not something I've said once this half.
He's taking the gap.
Go
Perfect.
And MPL takes some initiative, takes a shot. Simple delivers as well as he racks up another. Flash is good, but Simple's better. Catches 2 on the donut. Carrigan, mad, turning green as he looks to try and catch the 2 on 2. He's got forward positioning. Yeah, covered by Perfecto. A nice crossfire established now. Going to be very hard for Rain to get anything done here. He knows where they are. And doesn't isolate the duel. Perfecto, a safe pair of hands. He's got 9 frags in his belt. FaZe, that was the best opportunity they've had, and still empty-handed.
Like, Kaden, how good does it feel to be 11-0 up and you've only died twice?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels real nice.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I will say one thing, though, about this. So he did the right thing. So usually you take the side, you don't really have a lot of contact. You could argue stay back and stuff. But they lose middle. The CT players know you're not coming from Donut. So they have Donut, they have CT, a potential flank behind middle. You need some...
But neither of them have smokes, right? So you're right. And that molly is very meta. If you're not throwing that when you're taking mid or wanting Donut control, then you're probably not playing tier 1 Counter-Strike.
Luckily, they are doing something else than using middle right now. And Rob's bit is patient.
Rob's versus Bit happening at the same time, though. That hit on B starting to take shape. Perfecto flashed in, ahead of the gap. Should have an opportunity, but he's been spotted out. This looks great for FaZe's first. A missed shot from Brokey could come back to haunt him. It's 1 from Electronic, a very nicely placed nade, and a spray from Carrigan puts Simple on notice. NPL to plant.
Surely not.
Surely. This is surely a done round, especially now with Simple gone. The 11-round run from NaVi hinges on Electronic to make it 12. And it's denied by Robs. Lovely stuff as FaZe finally break their silence.
So the question is, where are they at right now? Are they happy that they're not going to get 16-0'd, or are they believing that they can mount something off this, you know?
I think that my answer hinges on what happens in the next 3. I'm curious. I think the crowd have decided what they'd like to see.
If they get the last 3 rounds, and then they go into the second half, they win the pistol, then they're definitely believing. But if they walk away from this half with only 2 rounds, what can you even do? You're going to be walking on eggshells for the remainder of this match here.
Angle from Twist, we talk about that. I mean, getting 2 here would be spectacular, and he gets nothing. NPL with an opening frag, and he's building upon it. NPL going hunting, and it's 2.5. Bit will trade.
He's open.
And it's wide open. In fact, Bit might even have Brokey dead to right. It's a nice opportunity for the molly to buy time. Brokey burning, and no hope for FaZe here.
And they should
They're
chase.
coming.
Yes, they should.
Can't get them all. Has to bolt the sniper and is punished for it.
I'll say one thing. I think NaVi going for the mid control there after losing a little bit of momentum on the sides of the maps. Pretty obvious. I would expect maybe FaZe to put a little more emphasis in this situation to it. It's also way harder to calculate and read these kind of things when you're 1-11 down. You know, the reads, the feeling of the momentum of the pace of the game. It's way easier to read when you're on top of it. You know?
It just feels like nothing's going.
Yeah,
right.
you feel like nothing is working. But yeah, I think that the thing that NaVi is also doing good here is that usually people are throwing this split smoke here.
Right.
They're throwing the split smoke to take it in kind of steps. And Electronic and here you see Nipple, and I don't know who the guy probably behind him was doing, is they've been taking dry fights at some pretty good moments, and they've been winning them, you know? Because it's always the thing, like, when you take the dry fights and you kind of... then it looks good.
But the fact that MPL is doing that too, that right there, and this isn't meant to be any offense to MPL, he's the statistically worst player for NaVi, right? Is having an easy time just strolling over FaZe right now, who have some of the best individual players in the world. So that's quite telling of the matchup at the moment. But they're into B, the bomb is down, and 2 kills already for FaZe.
Yeah, Rain's actually snuck through Cave, and more frags from Karrigan. That's his second of the round. Rain trying to build upon it, but all the frags come through at once. And there's a little change of scenery. FaZe taking a clean defensive round. They'll get some huge upgrades as well. It's all AK-47s, 4 to be specific. The Royal Flush.
I think it's probably important for FaZe as well right now just to get as many rounds. I know this sounds silly, but let's assume that they are going to lose this matchup. Or this map, sorry. They need to at least warm up as individuals before they go into their own map choice of Nuke, because they will be starting on the T side. So
yeah. Still scared of the... They have to retreat, and they've used a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for it.
Got no nades. They have to use bullets, and it's Bit. Sharp as attack is Bit. Double kill on the mid-aggress. Twists helpless. Brokey singed.
Yeah,
a nice
this
headshot.
Is the thing, like, I understand why he's doing it, but it's obvious, you know? Like, if you just stand back and lose, it also looks horrible, but in these situations, majority of the good teams will just freeze, wait a bit, wait for the reaction, and it's easy to sit here and blame Twist and Rain for what they did in mid because it looked forced, you know, it looked like something they didn't want to do, but they had to, you know, they used so much utility, we talked about it, but it's the name of the game sometimes on a map like this where it's difficult to get the control as a CT, and the last kill of the half, who's gonna get it? Not Electronic. 1 versus 5. Robs, Orb, full nades. Kid, you believe?
Come on, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sold this time,
A little bit of
Casper.
a hard peek here on Simple with Orb.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if he hits the simple shot,
They're going B.
I'll start hyping this one up.
That's confirmation for Simple. He hit the scope, so now they know the position at least.
And now Robs knows that the bomb's going down over towards A. So he's got a really tough choice right here. Naded. Down to 43. It's only a matter of time. Ooh. Okay, that was...
Aim for the heads. Let's get it on.
Whoa, you're getting me going. Let's see. Let's see. FaZe would definitely start with a pistol. And that's a great way to do so. Clean onto the headhunter himself. Rains up, looking for blood, Perfecto, and NPL to be tested and hunted nicely by these Glocks. A good tap out of NPL. He's actually gotten away with that one.
He needs one.
He does need another. Yeah, twists. Flattens him.
Through the molly. Showing a bit of courage is exactly what is needed.
A bit of bravery. Let's see what Simple's got for us. A clean headshot and no follow-up.
He's not funny in these situations.
He's not going to run away. He's coming straight for you. 4 bullets will opt for the reload. Electronic with the dual Berettas as well.
No kit.
And no kit, but it might not be a problem. There's still time. Twists brings the fight. And that is the long run.
Smoke at the ready. Okay. Cadian will block this, expecting the push. Oh, coming through.
Oh, no.
It's wide. Rain saves.
Nice support.
He was mid-air.
Yeah.
Very good cover from Rain. Karrigan lucky to be alive. I say that. Oh, a little too premature. Nice tap back. Twists onto Simple. It's his turn to run through mid.
And Twist getting this start is important, you know. He is a guy, when he runs in first and he's feeling it, he's going to hit that first bullet. He's going to create the space. But this position by Bit, it can be cruel.
You can, because you're not focused on it first. You've got so many things to worry about. And yeah, bait. Back, and nice headshot, and Twists is starting to look like his old self.
I feel Twist is one of the players, if he copped the Cadian fire-up speech, it's going to do an awful lot for him. Twist is that type of guy. Twist would be buying into that. I could see Twist following Cadian into battle here.
For sure.
also, like, if you have a friend or you yourself are a player who can have a little bit of issues with the crosshair placement, I'd say there's at least Twist and Robs on this team. Twist maybe a bit more in like running in fast doing it. Robs in the small jiggy peaks
like
and stuff.
Procedural.
Yeah, but they're both aiming for the hits consistently. You know, they're going for that first bullet to the face. You can see even here in positions where it's like really elevated, he's still hitting the headshot. He's doing the 180. He is an excellent player, and I would also say that one thing that I admire about him is that, you know, he was in NA. He could have like stayed in Liquid or stuff like this, potentially not won anything in the they had the Grand Slam win. They did amazing.
It goes what? Navi win the pistol, and a 13-2 goes 16-4, 16-3. You'd have been.
Oh, he is a bold one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, but you're not expecting Simple to be the only one starting A with the AWP on the first cup round, right? You're expecting a bit more of a standard hold here. They fully rotated over Navi.
NPL thinks better of that. He's actually solo on B, so now he can be isolated. Perfecto dead. If they could find a way to get Twists towards that B side of the map, the smoke is down. It implies it could be possible. NPL's probably begging for help, and there it is. Electronic comes to their aid in mid. And yeah, now FaZe, not much territory, not much to be celebrated.
Piece of utility left on the entire server here, and that's one smoke on Simple. So they're going to go try out. They know that Simple at some point in time was AWPing here, so this can be a little bit rough.
Perfect. He actually hit
Brokey as well. Yep.
Oh, and it feels so bad to be like second, third guy having to go out now. You know he's just watching it, you know, and you have nothing to do. What are you going to do?
I guess it's my turn, says Rops. Here I come.
We got a special delivery for you here, Casper. There you go,
Not
mate.
a bad one.
You asked and we got it. So any other requests?
I'll take a beer.
Let's see what you got, Ropsy. You got 28 seconds and Simple just teasing you. As Bit will pull it across the line. Blade happy with that one. He'd like to see his boys finish this one neat and tidy. As would the crowd here for EPL Season 17.
I kind of see what Karrigan was doing with that play. It's like he sacrificed his gusto to open up the map because Navi did rotate. As soon as Karrigan goes down here, we could see all the blue dots gravitating towards A. And you can understand why, because we were talking about this before. The in-game leader tends to set the pace on rounds like that. So he took the risk. He done
The B side, so it was a 4-on-4 with full control of the map.
It's just looking like a B-go here, at least with the surge. Brokey's orb up and over. Twist and Karrigan with a bit of flak damage here. Simple caught out, taken down by Twists.
He's doing it. The Twists. Headshot to start. We do need the help from Karrigan. He's already trying to take some space off of them, but it rotates through. The flash is good. And Electronic to establish into the orb. Brokey lets it go. And that was an opportunity. Slips by the wayside. Brokey to try and get them back in with a smoke of his own. Karrigan burning, chipped down, actually, by the wallbang.
They didn't take space anywhere else.
Rubs is very passive still.
And they've just double smoked the long side. One good, one bad here. So that you can see just how scuffed this is for FaZe.
Floundering a little bit.
In the smoke.
It. Perfecto does go down. I like that. Getting the frag and getting away.
They are moving potentially towards Rubs in middle.
Oh, distraction.
Punching this guy.
Oh!
What is the play, though?
I don't know. They're still split, and there's 40 seconds left, so plenty of time to make up their mind. Are they expecting Navi to be the ones to make the aggressive maneuver here? With where they're positioned right now, that will not be the case at all. Divide and Conquer seems to be naming the game from Electronic right now.
Yeah, it seems like they just want to kind of cut noise until they've got a 3v1 on either of the sides they choose.
There's two approaches here. There's the one where one guy goes in a different direction. If he meets resistance, you have a 2-on-1. Or there's the one where you group up, and this is just a good shot by Rain.
Well, he's won them the round, I think.
Yeah, and this is one of the most annoying ways of like starting that second half after a big lead is losing the pistol round, getting destroyed in second and third. Okay, you win the first one, but then you get it instantly destroyed back, you know. Yeah. So Simple is going to have a long way coming for his AWP to get back into his hands unless he has a teammate saving for him. Probably quite a few that's going to offer that, but...
Yeah, I think that's also NPL's middle name. Sanji.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. Long live Sanji. But you take a little bit of a look at the finances here. And one question I'd like to hear answered from you, Katie. It seems like the Silent Stem 4 is really back in fashion. There was a period...
Let's see how far this gets them. Might be a bit of a surprise to FaZe. You might not be expecting to have AWP lines held.
And this smoke for what do you guys call it?
Cave.
Cave, yeah. Is something you don't see. You saw it every round on the old iteration. Yeah. You don't see it on the new one due to the timing change. But this allows you a bit more Oh, is he really going to do that?
Oh, Rain does not get his boots on the ground and crosshair on their head. Now Simple's also got Twist dead.
Oh, not like this.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. It looks like it is. Robs has been spotted out, but it just needs to live.
He knows.
Yeah, they both do. It's this kind of standoff now.
Simple's rotated over as well.
The bomb's on its way, so they're well aware and prepared to handle this one.
Carrigan could be the difference maker here. Oh,
there you go.
Well, that's going to kind of feed them in towards A here, and they have util for this. They can get a smoke.
Oh, he's getting baited by the sound cue.
Still gets it. Still gets it, and smoke to get them nervous. NPL push and cause B clear. That's something. Simple getting donut, regaining control.
Oh, he's not in his scope though, so he's going to be really quick if he gets this contact.
Yeah, just a full quick scope onto Carrigan. Does he do it dry? Oh! Oh, mamma mia! That is beautiful from Simple, and he's not done. He continues his masterclass here. A bait and a missed shot from Brokey. Robs will finish him off. This becomes a clutch. Brokey, he hasn't got time to do too much. Has he?
No time. No time. It's not possible.
This is saving the AWP here. It's going to be awfully close. Ring of the sight 6-5. Wishes he had an extra second 4. He understands the situation and going for the save here. That's going to be 15 now for NaVi. He didn't have any chance on that A site. Even if he was stubborn and tried to get the bomb down, they'll run him down considering the time. He'd have to hit some crazy flicks.
He has 15 seconds though, and some fake plans. He knows one guy's...
You feel he could have drawn a fight or two?
I mean, 14-6 down. Are you really going to go for a save there?
Fair enough.
But I would say two things here. This quickscope, insane. Okay, he misses a little bit of a chance on the guys coming out of A main, but his movement while made Brookie miss him, and it gave him a potential second chance, and Brookie makes this AWP save worthwhile, at least for the entry.
Yeah, justified now. Good one back. Perfecto onto Carrigan. He's been getting a lot of these brutal opening deaths. This battle of the wall bangs now.
Oh, he's holding the gap.
Didn't quite catch the trigger in time.
This position, Cave, is really a game of like intuition with the spams, holding the tiny pixel gaps that's in like some of the boxes and stuff like this. It's not easy, it's not for everyone, but the players who are the best at these positions, they thrive.
Rain used to do a lot of that, especially on the old Ancient as well, right, where you could get a bit more space on the T side because you could harass this position. Right now. Okay.
Consistent pepper through the wall.
And 0 smokes. So 1 molly, maybe donut. Maybe for something else.
Oh, here he is again.
He's actually got his scope this time.
And Brookie is also going to come search the angle, so it depends how deep and at what.
Oh, caught off guard.
That's it though. The site's given up here. We can see there's nobody home. Electronic rotating over. MPL Perfecto as well.
Safe.
I'm not going to get there in time. That would be the heads-up call here. Rops has locked them in as well. You can still see his position over towards Cave right now, so there's no way out for NaVi. But if you FaZe, this is the thing. You need to make sure you buy next round. I'm well aware of that here. You can't sacrifice too many guns because you don't have any residual cash. You'd love to hunt.
Yeah.
You'd really love to give it a crack. But
you can throw in at least one buddy, right? So if you know that saving, you do some kind of like tag team duos. You send 2 duos out, and you just need to make sure like you get at least like a trade, you know? So if they get 1 trade, it's worth it because as long as like there's 3 guys surviving, 2 guys can buy an AK for the other ones. 3, someone is going to be left like having to buy his own Galil, Mac-10, whatever.
It looked like you guys really prioritized that yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You guys really prioritized the hunt against NaVi yesterday, knowing that they're a team who was very save heavy, right? You saw that in quite a few of the rounds.
Crazy how much Rops was wall banging. He had 12 bullets left in his mag and 12 left.
He's
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay. But still,
does
yeah,
he know?
He seems to be...
With an AWP, he's going to...
Oh, that's a horrible way
He can give that to Simple.
to go down, and Bits got it now. They'll be able to juggle that over to Simple.
Yeah, here you go, boss.
Yeah.
I got a present for you.
I worked really hard for it.
Oh my god, it's a 3-on-5.
This is not the way you want to be losing out on that first map. Oh, they're rotating off. An opportunity, yeah, slips by the wayside. Rain will take 1 head. But it is the aim duo. The mechanical masters of FaZe.
Is that how it's going to go down? Kind of low by, making the AWP clear such a close, tiny angle
Seems
position
odd,
alone?
doesn't it?
It's really peculiar.
Just clear together, go back, line up the executor late.
This
Easier
is
said
just
than done.
showing that FaZe are a bit disjointed right now. Look, the scoreline definitely in the first half did that, but little plays like this continue to attest to exactly that. So Rob's going to try again. Twist is going to have to go bananas here.
He's trying to create the space here for Twist. Is he going to bite? He is biting. Is anyone?
That's the gap. Electronic looking. No.
If they don't turn around, he didn't. Then Electronic didn't see it.
Simple's been told. You can see he's acknowledged that there's a possibility.
But how is the bump gonna cross his ankle? He's making his position known.
Yeah, that's
Still
the
has to cross Simple. Still has to
need to get through. Simple. 15 seconds. Still hanging around the temple.
There's a team
He's been
flash.
spotted. No, now. What a shot onto Robs! And it's all...